What's up, guys? Vince Ryder here, and welcome back to VinzTalk, where we got to talk about stuff. It's been a busy weekday. I honestly don't know where the time has gone, but I mean, here I am. Like I've been busy with trying to get ready for a wedding or something. I think I mentioned it in a boy girlfriend episode. Check that video if you want to really know what's going on because I'm not interested of explaining what it is because I kind of am lost. It's sort of like a picnic slash wedding, or I actually have no idea. I just basically didn't have time, which is the perfect time that I was busy because I honestly have no homework, nothing to do. I have nothing to worry about in terms of college. Like I was happy, and that feeling that I don't have to worry about anything in terms of college is the best feeling, way better than whatever graduation, which I probably should figure out like how to get my degree or something since I'm basically done. But yeah, busy weekday, having a good time, good eats and good chilling outs and stuff like that, and also this good old heat. Oh yeah. But yeah, pretty much it's been hot. It's been a freaking hellhole here in in the hillbilly side of California, but it is what it is. So anyways, let's do this. We got some news, gaming news, nothing on animation, just something that I just want to have a quick rant because why not? But yeah, this is probably going to be a quick epi because I probably don't really have a lot of things. I'm recording this very early. Usually I record this like during Saturday, Sunday, but again, I'm busy during those weekends because I've been preparing for those moments, and pretty much I haven't had a lot of time for myself. That's the thing that sucks about living with your parents. It's like you really don't have a lot of time to record or anything unless it's like really late at night, which I hate because I'm trying to get my sleep schedule, handled. Like it's been a pain. Like there's times where I would wake up at 10 or 11 and it just doesn't feel right. So, anyways, let's do this. Um there's some news going on, but I do want to mention something which is about the Paris 2024 Olympics. It's happening right now. It's kind of sort of not a big deal. Kind of sad to see how like a lot of people are not really mentioning it. They kind of should. I'm not sure what's going on with the budget there. And yeah, pretty much I kind of am looking forward to it. I mean, the athletes are already there. Like, I'm looking forward to skateboarding. And also, the first debut of breaking, aka breakdancing, is going to be debuted in the Paris 2024 Olympics. I'm kind of curious how that's going to go for and how many people are going to see breaking in that light, especially through my second channel, which I probably might talk about because it's a breaking channel. I kind of been busy and also deciding to actually do interviews and stuff like that. So, that's still up in the air. Anyways, let's get to it. Might as well start off with this quickie, which is about this group that Kai Cenat is part of, Phantom and all that, which is called AMP, and yeah, they're getting kicked out of their new penthouse that they spent $30 million on, and that just thinking about that kind of sucks because they've been there for 3 days and they kind of already are getting kicked out, which is about right now. They have to they have to move out like literally tomorrow morning. And when I say tomorrow morning, I'm talking about like that probably happened like yesterday or 2 days ago or something like that. So they're already out of that penthouse. And I saw the tour video. It looked nice. But here's the thing: when you're that big of a content creator, there's some things that you kind of have to live with, which of course there probably is some fans that know where they're living, and the people that own that have to kick them out because of it. Because pretty much Kai even said like there was literally nothing that they did. They were behaved. They had like 2 floors to themselves. So just hearing that's just it's kind of sad. And they also was like decided to actually tour the next house. There's some people saying yes. Obviously no, because if they show it, they gotta lose that house too. It's all about privacy. You can't be public. And I get that you're flexing, enjoy like showing off where you're at or something. Listen, the reason why they even lost that penthouse, and pretty much good thing that there's a lot of people probably in my channel that are not fans of AMP. There's a lot of people that are part of that fandom that in terms of of like what I do and pretty much like within my audience of the channel, Like there's nothing related. So I kind of have to explain like who Kai Cenat, even though you can just look it up. Just type AMP and type Kai Cenat, Kai. I think that's just it. Just type KI and you find his video. It's the freaking like content creator that is good at dancing that collabs with iShow's Speed. And listen, I kind of hate to explain, especially for a person like me that's kind of like not really my interest in terms of content. It's just that that's one of the biggest hype house out there. And there's something in pretty much, yeah, they have to work together to actually move out. And, it's just tons of labor. I talked about this already. I think I made a separate video or something that I guess I didn't show. Yeah, I've been lazy on doing the whole, like, short content in terms of, like, VinzTalk. And it's another series of VinzTalk. You're seeing the actual normal series of VinzTalk, at least what you're hearing right now. And there is this series in terms of, that is a bit shorter that I give news in pretty much bite size, condensity. So, yeah, I this situation with AMP that they even have a new, because the idea of having a new place and knowing where you're at, like imagine me just moving to my new house. I would hate it if I would get kicked out like 2 days later. Like I haven't had the time to actually even get the internet going or get anything going, and they have to be homeless because of their fans. Like I always hear a lot of things, especially with the riots that happened between Kai Cenat. If you know, or if you remember that, Kai Cenat had like a fan meetup in New York and it was chaos. There was riots. There was like people dancing on people's cars, innocent like kids or grandmas getting punched in the streets because of these of his fans. And it's the audience's fault. It's the fans' fault. And that type of audience is not good. It's not healthy. It's terrible because the amount of crime. And listen, any audience is bad. There are some bad apples in any audience, but this one happens to have the most. And I'm not saying because, it's not just because that they're kids, and it's not just because, like, other aspects that, people would count someone for because, you're just saying that because they're kids and kids of color or something like that. No, because it's just like, what the energy is in terms of but then again, I don't know how to explain it. If anything, they're kind of like, almost like me. I kind of can relate to Kai Phantom and all that. Like I grew up in, from the hood, and pretty much like they're from the hood, and I can understand that, even though I'm a person that's from the hood, but also I don't like being in the hood. Just like any normal person that's from the projects, they don't like being from the projects. They want to get out in terms of like, I don't know, safety and raising your family and for your mental health. Definitely for my mental health. I cannot imagine going back to Oakland due to like, my mental health and where I'm at right now. I ain't going back. I love Oakland, but I ain't going back. That place, yeah, it's gone for me, okay? I'm done with that place. It's over, and there is no reason for me to go back, no matter what the occasion is. Absolutely no reason ever to go to that part of California. I ain't going there, okay? I try to get out the streets. I'm done with it. So when these people are from the streets or something, and that type of vibe and anything like that, if you know what I'm talking about, like it drives this influence and also this type of group that is wild and in the streets of New York to the point where cops couldn't handle it. And now look what it done. Like pretty much just, it ruined their moments of just like having their own place. They have to be private about where they live now. They really can't flex on showcasing like, oh, I live here or something. I live here or whatever. Like they can't do that. They have to either move to literally another country, go into the woods in some random state, or just keep it low key. Those are the options. There's probably more, but it's sad to see that, with this group that is successful, that can buy any house, and they have to move out. Like that has to be a waste of time, a waste of energy. Like, yo, I would hate that. I feel bad. Okay, I'm not a fan of AMP, but I feel bad for that. Just that, coming out of the news alone. Anyways, what else? Also, I've been hearing a lot of news cycles surrounding the whole Chris Tyson situation. It feels like Mr. Beast has to handle this as well, and they're even canceling Mr. Beast as well. They're supposed to cancel Chris Tyson, and I don't know what's going on. What is it? Dr. Disrespect, P. Diddy, Drake, and also there's this like other random like animator that's caught like with a ton of CP, if you know what that is. Okay, I ain't explaining you what that is. If you know, you know. I'm basically just gonna leave that for anything that I'm trying to say because listen, I'm an easy target for YouTube. YouTube can easily terminate me like the 5 times that it already did. But if you know, you know. That's it. And pretty much like all these other creeps are just getting caught. Like I don't know what's going on. God's doing its work of actually capturing these creeps, and it just feels like it's like easy hunting season out here for for these creeps like getting exposed, and especially with Chris Tyson, another person that is a member of the LGBT plus community, and it hurts just to see that again. Like for crying out loud, can we just keep things like what's up with the within my community, the LGBT plus community, that we're just have a lot of dirt, a lot of unnecessary anger, a lot of like bad looks or something, and we continue that attitude. It's all about like when it comes down to a community that I care about in terms of like the LGBT plus community, like we really gotta watch our mouths. How about that? Like watch our attitudes, how we act. Whatever happened to, I don't know, be mature, and you can be mature but also be queer, be gay, be lesbian, whatever. Like just be smart. Just try the I don't know, it angers me. Like every moment, every spin, and this is personally coming from me, the way I see within the community. There's we're already having a bad look right now in the internet. It's not only because not just Twitter or TikTok, lives of TikTok and all that. We are really looking really bad. And guess what I have to deal with? Oh, you're bi, huh? So do you and let me tell you right now, I never ever share that I'm bi. I never unless you really know me, I never share I'm bi. But immediately people are just like have these images in the news and stuff like that within the LGBT, community and stuff. And then, I have to deal with that type of hate to the point where I kind of I can't express myself anymore. I'm done with this. That's why the whole questioning about me stopping the whole BLs and GLs and stuff like that, even though that's my main source of channel, has been a question in my head because I truly just want to live a life where, where you don't think about like the bad side, but the bad side is mostly the highlight within the LGBT plus community, and it's just sad to see, especially for normal people that want to know what it is. But no, we just keep like going into this kind of vibe and attitude where we when are we gonna straighten ourselves into like a normal society? So when Chris Tyson getting caught and she's trans, or he's trans, or she's trans, it just like brings another damper to like the community itself. And not only that, but also like there isn't enough justice to actually held a Chris accountable for what he did in terms of like those DMs, because creeps like this need to be held, justice need to be served in the most proper way. And it shouldn't matter if you're gay or like straight or whatever. Like if your creeps like Chris in terms of talking to kids, it's unacceptable. I feel like, yes, there's I have fans of kids that are fans of my channel, and pretty much that if they want to talk, I talk to them, but in a more mentoring and also professional way, not in a nasty way like what Dr. Disrespect did or what Chris did. So anyways, yeah, it's insane. Like more and more are just getting showcased out there. Speaking of people showing their colors, Boogie is also in the news in terms of like him, getting his just desserts for him lying about, him having cancer or something. And yeah, he got face tattoo called Liar just to help the audience or something. I don't know if anything helped. Like he had this whole freak out, and I just wasn't buying it. Other people wasn't buying it because the dude did something that a lot of people cannot forgive him for, and it's kind of very serious. So if I'm not the right person to talk about this. I just hate really talking about anything in terms of like bashing anyone or something. I just wish I had good vibes here in this in this VinzTalk. That's what I miss doing. So hey, I'm just letting you know that I guess I'll just let you know that I'm self-aware of like what's happening with Boogie, and pretty much like him getting what he deserves. I'm also questioning like what's gonna happen to him financially or something, but I guess that shouldn't matter at all. Like what should matter is like, like the consequences that he's getting. Like, but then again, I wouldn't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't have the energy for it. I spent all my energy on the whole Chris Tyson situation that I was trying to talk about. Also, back to politics. Some of you commented within my other video about Trump, and I want to let you know, listen, I don't care who's our president or something like that. I'm just telling you from other people's perspective, and it kind of sponges like of my perspective as well. And basically, it's also the truth. Listen, Trump's gonna win. It doesn't matter who's president, who's running, or anything. I really was hoping for Kamala to actually at least have good numbers, but a lot of people don't like Kamala. And it's like, damn, okay, well, I guess Trump wins. That's it. Done. It's over. I don't freaking know. I'm not into politics, but obviously I can tell, especially as a person that is not into politics, can tell, like, who's winning and who's not, and who's really up there in the ranks. It's just in terms of obvious. Like, what's better? Listen, if Trump says, like, he's got to, like, lessen our taxes, and if you kids know what taxes are, you should know, because that's going to bite you in the butt and when you grow up, when you get to my age. Okay, taxes is going to be serious. I'm telling you right now, if you want to get your own house or something, if you want to move out of your parents' place, let me tell you, you got to do your homework on these taxes, about, how to freaking do taxes, do rent, do mortgages, and stuff like that, because that's going to affect you. But also what affects it is the president that we pretty much, that is the candidate that, or whatever president that is reigning this country. And that's very important. So whoever it is, if someone would tell me, like, hey, what president, if you vote a president, actually, no matter who it is, that would actually help you get your own place or make things cheaper, would you vote for them? Yes. And if they say it's Trump, of course it is. Damn right it is. Like, I want to get out of here, man. I just want a better life. That's it. Whatever president is giving me a better life here in this country, because I could easily move out of this country, but at the same time, what I have in this country, like, I just want to witness a bigger life within the U.S. more than ever, that I never witnessed before, because it's like in my parents' place. Anyways, that's it for politics, Vince. But vote for me for, Vince 2028. Oh my God, you're ready for President, Vince? Shoot, I might as well with the biggest booty cheeks I have. Anyways, let's move on. Speaking of, Evo 2024 happened. We're in the gaming news, the gaming segment of this particular podcast that is called the VinzTalk, because it's a solo podcast. Okay, I think some people kind of question, like, is it really a podcast? I don't know. I call it. It's podcast. What is it? People talking? Boom. I'm talking. That's the genre. There we go. You're getting content from just me yelling into the void. That's literally the content. The entertainment of this particular series is literally you're hearing like a half Asian, half white man that is alone and is sad and is screaming for God dare help. Okay, that's what it is. I am losing it. That's the entertainment. I might as well be like Boogie. Okay, I'll stop. Anyways, pretty much Evo just happened. There were some cool announcements here and there. I believe that, I didn't see a lot, but I did actually got something from Evo that was announced. I played SNK versus Capcom. I think that was first released back in the original Xbox, even though it's not released in the Xbox Series X, which is kind of weird. I'm like, it was first released in the freaking Xbox, the original Xbox, but okay. But yeah, it was released in PC, Switch, and PlayStation, and I got it for PC, and yeah, I dig the game. I enjoyed it. I played a lot of course, Chun-Li, and also I like Ken. I really do like playing as Ken. Yeah, it's a mixture of pretty much a classic arcade goodness that Evo announced, and I played it. I just had to get it. It's cheap, $20. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So, and also there was a couple stuff that was announced, like this new, like almost like it was a fighting game, but it was also with freaking League of Legends characters, and I was like, yo, I kind of want that. and it's called TXKO. I looked at it and I was like, man, I really want to play that. I really do want to check it out. Also, another one. I believe like there was this game which is called Guilty Gear. I played that before on the PSP, but I haven't really played the new one. I didn't even know there was a new one. But Lucy from Edge Runners, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, if you know Lucy, you know who that is announced for to be a character in this game, and that almost was like, yo, I want to check that out. I really do. Playing as Lucy. Oh man, that would be cool if they bring the main character, which I forget the name of. Fortunately, I've watched Edge Runners in a while, nor I finished it. But yeah, that's pretty much what's happening in terms. If you're into fighting games, Evo is the place. The winner actually took a lot of money. That's what I will tell you. I don't know who his name is. I don't know if I want to spoil it, but it was an event. Also, Lily Pichu was there. I haven't seen Lily Pichu in forever. Apparently, she's doing okay. But yeah, she actually was fighting against like a legend within the fighting game series, or some developer. It could be either one of those. I'm not familiar with this community, to be honest. Okay, but yeah, like Lily Pichu was pretty much playing a fighting game in front of thousands of people on stage, which is kind of cool. And also, there were some entertaining moments. There was this guy that did a freaking double split while playing the game in front of the competitor. I was like, okay, dude. And he didn't rip his pants, so that's okay. Okay, hey, you showing your flexibility. I don't know who this guy is. He looks like he would be my age, and yeah, this man just this freaking did the manliest split ever. I can only tell you that. I was like, ooh my. And also, yeah, like the winner that the final match within Evo. Now that was entertaining to watch, and I heard this all from Blessing from Kind of Funny. That's why. So yeah, that's pretty much why or something. Speaking of Kind of Funny, I believe that Greg, and for those that don't know who Kind of Funny is, it's my favorite podcast. It's pretty much here in my hometown here in San Francisco, and basically, like Greg, of course, is he's the co-founder, is the head of the company, and does the podcast with other podcasters like Blessing and also like Tim and Nick and all the rest of the people within Kind of Funny, the whole cast. Kind of like one of my favorite podcast series, and the one that I watch the most or listen to the most, because I do play games when listening to Kind of Funny. And Greg made an off-putting joke saying that PC gamers are PDF files. And I'm just like, and if you know what that is, what I just said, you know what I mean, okay? If you know kind of deal. I have to keep saying if you know, because I don't have time to explain stuff. But, yeah, just call them, and I get it's supposed to be a joke. As of right now, calling anyone anything when in terms of a PDF, especially calling them basically what P. Diddy is, what this Dr. Disrespect, what Chris Tyson is, it shouldn't be funny. I feel like that's wrong timing. And also just in general, that's not funny. PDF files are not funny. They're not, yes, they're a joke, but at the same time, it's serious because there's not a big enough consequence for them at the moment. There's not a big enough suspension or something. Or, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the word, but yeah, it's like, why would you make that joke? Why did Greg make that joke of and I get his whole bit is hating on PC gamers. I totally get that. But then you have to bring this up of just calling them what files. It's terrible. I feel like he deserves to get canceled for that, for sure. Called out or just apologize, but of course not, because he's too into his freaking bit about dissing on PC gamers. Even though there were certain games that he played on PC, but yeah, he just decided to go full on freaking PC gamers just to make sure, just to remind people how much he hates PC gamers or something. I don't get it. But yeah, pretty much and I heard that from this channel called Oh No Alex. So that's, and I didn't really put that in this list. I just noticed that because I think of course I mentioned Kind of Funny after Evo, but yeah, the whole Evo event was nice. Also, I had some like stuff surrounding Assassin's Creed Shadow. Apparently Assassin's Creed Shadow, and a lot of people were talking about this, that Assassin's Creed or Ubisoft had to apologize to the Japanese community about like the authenticity, and also not that, even though they don't need to be. Like, I always knew that Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft in general don't need to be authentic with their history or whatever, but apparently they have to, and also apologize because, well, they had a character featuring a black character that's not authentic, and they kind of do that for the wrong reasons. So, which I don't really care. Okay, I don't really care. I mean, I should care, and I would be someone into this, but I'm not even gonna play the game. And there's a reason why, because I'm freaking broke. You think I you think I have a freaking PS5 in my luxurious freaking apartment or whatever in the finest of games? No, I'm broke. What do you think, I'm a PC gamer? That's why I was like, I wasn't happy when Greg said that, because I was like, so what? Are you also gonna call people with EBT cards people that are homeless PDF files, huh, Greg? I don't know. I'm so upset with that, because listen, it's literally like, just like rich people just like calling out like, people that are different from them and saying, "You guys are disgusting. I say, you're disgusting. Oh dear." It's like, get your freaking panties a twist. What is wrong with you? Oh my god. That's why I don't really care about the whole Assassin's Creed thing, because I'm not gonna freaking buy it. There's no point of me talking about it. Whatever happens, happens. It's the same thing with Stellar Blade. I made my, I stand on what my opinions are in the whole Stellar Blade situation. But at the same time, I don't care, because I'm not even going to play the game. I'm poor. Unless I have $1,000 randomly to get a better PC, to get a freaking PS5, then maybe I would care. But guess what? I don't. I'm poor. What do you think I do emulation? Why do you think I stand with piracy? Why do you think I freaking like into PC games and also supporting indie developers? Because I don't have the money. There's people in this world that eat the finest pasta, that shop at Erewhon, the most expensive grocery outlet in the world. Me? I go to a freaking Dollar Tree. I use my damn EBT because I'm poor, damn it. I'm a homeless man. Anyways. Yeah, and also that I just want to... Listen, I speak for the poorer ones, okay? I speak for the homeless people. I stand with the ones that are really struggling out here, that don't have freaking Bill Gates money, okay? We're real people too. We're normal people too, Oh my gosh, I stand with them, okay? I'm putting my fists up, freaking Donald Trump, survival style. I put my fists up for the freaking poor people. Where my poor people at? Anyways. Also, Alex. Why did I say Alex? Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, there was some final news that I want to talk about. This whole thing with Alex Mercante. And I guess he taxed Ninja because Ninja has doesn't feel comfortable ever, really collabing with or talking to any females at all except for his wife. And there's something about that. And listen, I don't really agree with Alex Mercante's. I don't really agree a lot of her takes or anything like that, nor I really care about her because, again, I don't care. But it's always okay, Ninja saying that. I get he's trying to be loyal to his wife, but not even to a lawyer or something, or to a dentist that happens to be female. What about that? And maybe he's not going to that direction, but also it's well, damn. And here's the thing, I'm totally cool with collaborating. Doesn't matter who you are, to be honest, okay? But just be cool. And also it's what Ninja decision is making, because he made this decision already. It's nothing new. He already made that decision a long time ago, and it's kind of yeah, he still stands by it to this day, because I do remember him saying that when when he was sort of talking about it years ago or something, and it still stands. But this is different, because now he's kind of getting canceled by within a different new generation of audience or something. Anyways, I don't know. I just had to shove that in there, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's talk about animation news, and this is just one. apparently, what, because I did say like last or a couple episodes or a couple Vince talks ago that I really want Paris 2024 for Miraculous Ladybug, because Miraculous Ladybug is kind of like the big show that is surrounding Paris, and they're part of, like, they operate in Paris, France. So they gotta do something for freaking Paris 2024, and they somewhat did. That I don't know if they did or not, but I was saddened that like they didn't make an episode surrounding the Olympics 2024. I don't know if there was some legal action. I don't know if there was like paper sign or something, like, but it's like, when are we gonna get an actual usual episode surrounding Paris 2024 Olympics? It doesn't happen every freaking 4 years. It doesn't happen every 8 years. It happens like a very long amounts of years or amounts of time, because when is the next Paris 2024? And you never know what's gonna happen with Miraculous Ladybug. So they better do something surrounding the Paris 2024. Okay, I'm hoping for it. Okay, in terms, like, if you're into Miraculous Ladybug. Anyways, I'm out of here. That's it. That's it for my rants. I'm done. I need a breed. I need a breed. One living to please. God bless.